Hey people, I thought I would do a quick intro video to my mod slash server Wizards Run that I'm working on. This is an adventure survival with quests, pretty extensive quests. That's what thought I'd show a review of and maybe do a little quest work, uh, building quests, not actually completing them. I'm using the FTB Quest mod. And as you can see, I've got a pretty good base for the game. The concept of the game is that you are an agent for an profit for-profit organization called the OEL, which is the Organization for Exploration and Learning. And if you know anything about history, it is based off of the East India Company, basically a robber baron style corporation back in the day. They're the ones that were responsible for exploiting most of the newfound lands for England for a while there. But the OEL, anyhow, the OEL, what their stick is they send agents in, and the agent establishes into a wild area, someplace usually very hostile, and they establish a civilization, a source of trade and commerce for the OEL. In Minecraft, this is of course a D&D concept I have, and I'm porting this over to Minecraft and trying to set up a server to kind of replicate the experience a bit. And as you can see, I've started working on it. So at the top you have your classic day, survive this long quests. Each one has their own reward. Now this is a little special here because you can see this is broken up into 3 sections. Now I have one mod, and it adds hordes. As you can see, every 30 days you're going to attack by a group of monsters, so be prepared. You get a warning before, during, and after. Rewards just, to keep things moving along. Now, then you have a span of time where there's hordes, but nothing else really happens, and then on day 300, you will be sieged by a very large group of monsters. And in Wizards Run, these monsters can stack bricks, break bricks, dig. The creepers will strategically explode to destroy your city and your walls, to try to breach your defenses. There are certain ways to take precautions against that, and part of that is the starting quests. Although anything on the outside of the ring you can do, you can start each quest, and as you do them, they will progress and complete when you complete the tasks for the individual quests, and you get the reward. This is, you need to start the foundation for your OEL regional HQ, and you have to gather so many materials and lay them. You only have to complete one of these quest paths to get your foothold, but as you complete each one of them, you get an ender pearl. And an ender pearl is very important because they're used in Wizards Run to create all sorts of wonderful things. This one is intended, by the time you finished establishing a fairly strong HQ, you should have enough to build a XP. Oh, need to move this. An XP book where you can save your XP. And we'll put that right there. And that was a simple middle mouse click to move it, and then a left click, to drop it. And then this, once you have your foothold, you get an obsidian anti-creeper. I may change that to the level. I haven't decided yet. but this protects a certain area from creepers just exploding another mob. So that gives you some nice defenses. And then over here is the Magic Chef ultimate goal. And the Magic Chef check quest, that's what those little check boxes are. When you complete that, you'll be able to make that checked. This is establishing a, I haven't done the description yet. Let's do that. We'll do a little tutorial here. So you go to edit. Now that's an image. You go to hover text. You do add. And Magic Chef. Excuse my spelling. And source berries. Do that. Now do not use the ampersand or any symbology in this name other than dash dash because you will break it. Doesn't like it, so spell things out. And then do another add. A wizard's garden is not important for just nutrition, but it is a regular source of mana with a sourceberry garden. A source oh come on, source berry garden, a wizard is well set to face the dangers of the world. There we go. Boom. And we say check. And we check some of these. We won't go over everything here, but you get the idea. And check. And now when you hover over it, you get your little message there. So that's the other quest area, is establishing source berries. Now this is, and as you complete each one of these, you can, again, check that. And I have not set the rewards up for this yet, but maybe somebody's got some suggestions of what kind of reward you should get for becoming a magic chef. Then I haven't set the rewards up for each one of these individually. Some of them I have. Now the cool thing about these is, let's say I'm going to add another one. Now I could add an item specifically, like that. But I don't like doing that because I want to play the mod too, and I don't want to know what I'm getting all the time. So what I did is I set up loot tables. And the loot tables, as you can see, have loot in them, and it will randomly generate for the drop. Let's delete that one. And just as I said, this is an intro and a demo and a tutorial. Real quick, because it took me a while to find this reward table. So you go down there in that cog thing, you go to reward table, and you can just add them, and you just name it. We'll say level 3, so I haven't done that. And you add and blah blah blah. Now, maybe later I will show how I generate these using ChatGPT and load them up on the server and cheat and all that, because I'm lazy. So we'll leave that. And anyhow, so that is the Magic Chef questing track. And now down here, tools of the trade track. Now I'm using Ars Novua, whatever, the magic mod that adds, as you can see, the vast majority of the stuff here on the screen. This is your magic devices, tools. And as you do each one of these, you get to where you can unlock your Master Enchanter. I have some extended quest lines just because I thought that would be cool, because this encourages you to really build out your enchantarium, or whatever you want to call it. All things needed. I'll be adding some more quests. Advanced Enchanter. Yeah, that. Oh, this is an actually advancement, and you will get this advancement regardless of whether you do well. The advanced enchanter requires you in game to do the enchanting table, because that's how you get the advancement. But you do not have to create a disenchanter, because obviously that's a mod item. But in the quest, this is dependent upon that. So even though you might get an enchanted table and get this enchanter advancement, you still would have to create a disenchanter to get the reward for this quest and get this quest completed. So anyhow, and moving on. Yes. Now this is where this is pretty cool, and this adds a whole other level to the server, in that once you are able to generate source stone, which is an in-game thing from the mod, and you deliver, what you can do is you can sell it to the OEL for 1 gold coin. And at the same time, once you deliver 100 of them for free, of course, that's kind of a quota, you unlock the ability to buy them with those gold coins. And again, then up here you can do a similar thing. You will be able to do a similar thing with the source berries and wood and so on and so forth, so you can have your little economy, and you have a distant trader to trade with. Now, I may even make it so that the prices vary depending on your relations with the OEL, because I'm working on something else I will show also. Now, one of the really important things is, and I haven't built this out, but are warp portals. In Wizards Run, you can create portals in that warp between each other. So you end up with a portal room and portals all over the world, and you can instantly jump to different places. So you can, as you imagine, you can do some pretty cool forts interconnected across the entire world, and or cities and or mine colonies. So this is the trade and commerce development civilization track. This is still need to get built out, but it will build out on the actual normal Minecraft villages, and have quest tracks around that, and then of course mine colonies and quest tracks around that. And then each one of these will result in the ability to expand your trade with the OEL. This is kind of a personal development track. I have not done the verbiage on this yet, but basically this is you and building out your wizardry kit. Now, again, this is Wizards Run, and this is all kind of based on being a wizard. When you start the game, you do have the option through the Origins mod to pick some different origins and classes. So maybe you're not actually a wizard, but I may change the name of it. I don't know, but obviously you would really be missing out if you didn't take advantage of this wizardry type stuff. Now, well, the other thing is I'm looking through the mod and seeing what other major quest paths I could come up with for different types of characters, like a warrior or a thief, or things like that, because I think the mod pack has potential to have different playthrough paths, but I need other people to help me find them. So that's kind of the core of the establish the OEL HQ quest line, and once you get all of these, you have your HQ online officially. It's your big one. Then, and I'm working on a whole bunch of other ones over here. There's going to be an OEL depot. This is a work area that I'm working on. Anybody's interested in how FTB, this questing feed the beast quest mod I'm playing with works. This is an experiment where I'm doing repeatable quests. Excuse me, but they have. I'll show you here. They have incompatible quests. Option 2. So if you select option 2, then this isn't available, but this is, or if you select option 1, then this isn't, and this is, and so on and forth. Obviously, I think that'll be a really cool tool to have to build quests out. Now here's an enchanting table quest. This is just an open available quest when you start the game, and as you build your enchanting table out, you will achieve these, or you can use this if you're not really sure, or you want to go, role play the build your enchanting table. You can just specifically follow this quest, and it will, by the time you finish with it, you will have an enchanting table. I'll probably build this out a little more, maybe make it a little more instructional. I'm thinking about doing a series of these instructional quests like this, which I think people are really, or not, I don't know if people like it, but I think it'd be useful if people wanted to do it. Now, this is just a mission, and I'm going to have a mission 1, mission 2, mission 3. And this actually was generated by ChatGPT. Not completely, obviously, I had to pick it up and clean it up a bit, but the code, the quest file was generated by ChatGPT, and my plan is to really capitalize on that. And I'd like to probably figure out some way to maybe automate that to some degree. I'm looking at some large language models, talking to some buddies of mine how to install that locally, and then have it maybe generate a series of, quests regularly that I go through and clean up, and it automatically uploads them. So there's daily fresh quests. So this is just an open quest. You can just start doing it. Now, this is dependent upon this being finished, but you could do this and it would still count. Like your count would go down. You'd get 8 of 8, but it just wouldn't be unlocked until this was unlocked. That's that style of quest. And then these are like just kind of outliers that they're not related to. They're related to this quest in general, but they're kind of their own, quests in this, loosely associated. Then there's like the hunting expedition, which I think this is a cool quest style. And this one is a timed one. So and you have risk in this. So first you have to pay to start this quest. 5 levels, so this is something you do after you've established yourself a fair chunk of those gold coins again, and you get nothing other than you get to actually unlock the other quests in order to complete the mission. So, and you get 3 months in game. Once you unlock this, these start counting down. And if you don't complete all of this and get this check quest, completed hunt quest finished, by the time this counts down and this checks, once this checks, you can't check that and you will lose this and get no reward. And I plan on doing a series of these, probably quite a few variations. I'm going to have some so you don't know what you're actually getting into, and all you got to go by is the description. I'd like to probably start establishing some concept of powerful distant NPCs or officials within the OEL that you're dealing with, and you could maybe do a series of these and they're interrelated. I don't know, but again, tame a wolf. This is another one I'm working on, Now, this was a failed ChatGPT one, but I haven't done the custom stuff yet. Not really sure how to do that yet. One thing I haven't figured out yet, but we'll see what comes with that. So, mining expedition and working on that, and so on and so forth. So that is a quick rundown of the Wizards Run FTB Quest that will be on the server. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.